Hello there, it is Kelly, and today we are going to be doing the opposite book tag. There are 10 opposite things that are going to happen, and are you ready now? Let's get started! Okay, so the first one is the first book in your collection and the last book you bought. I have it all sorted out behind me. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so the first book in my collection was More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark by Alvin Schwartz. I've had it since I was in elementary school. I loved reading all these scary stories back then. I still do. And then the last book I bought was I bought like 5 books all at once, and I just picked one of them out of that pile, and I got Hex by Michelle Craze for the last book I bought. First book in collection, book I bought last, Opposite Day. Okay. And number 2 is a cheap book and an expensive book. Okay, and for the cheap book, we have Out of the Dust by Karen Hayes. It was my sister's, and she had it says for $4, but she might have got it at like a bookstore, like a book store event at our elementary school, because it's been around for a long time. I'm sorry, my contact is bothering me today. And then for my expensive book, I have Dracula by Bram Stoker. It is $20, but I know I think it might have been more like 24, 25, I forget. I've had it for a while. And it's like the special collector's edition from Barnes & Noble with the ribbon. Cheap, expensive, opposite. Okay, for a book with a male protagonist and a book with a female protagonist is next. And a lot of people are doing like books with a male narrator, and then a book with a female narrator. Anyways, so for the male protagonist, I have Charlie St. Cloud by Ben Sherwood. Amazing little novel. I love it. Zac Efron's on the cover. Look at those blue eyes. Look it. Love it. I love it. And then for the female protagonist, I have The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Katniss Everdeen. So those are that. A book you read fast and a book that took you a long time to read is the next one. And for the book I read fast is Alienated by Melissa Landers. Told you guys that I read this in one day. And then for the book it took me a long time to read was Breaking Dawn by Stephenie Meyers. It took me a long time to read this one just for the mere fact that I was still in high school when I was reading it, and I had my sports to do, so I really didn't have time to read it. But I eventually got it done. And I think I kind of want to reread this series once I get all my books done. I have to my BTR list. So, fast read, slow read, put together. Look, it's like twice the size of Alienated. Okay. So the next one is one with a pretty cover and one with an ugly cover. And for the pretty cover, we did the new cover of the Luxe series, because look, it sparkles. And look at Kat's face. Ooh. So that's my pretty cover. And for my ugly cover, Luxe series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And for my ugly cover is I'm so sorry, Josh Gates, but it's your book, Destination Truth, a Memoirs of a Monster Hunter. It's just really not that pretty. It's kind of bland looking. I know you're a monster hunter, but you could have made it more pretty, like a monster on it. Sorry. But he did sign it, so he gets points for that one. But it's still an ugly cover. Pretty cover, ugly cover. Sorry, look. Just looks bland next to this one. Ooh, so pretty. Okay. Moving along. A national book and an international book. And what a lot of people were doing with this one was one that takes place in the United States and one that takes place in a foreign country. So obviously for the one that takes place in the national is The Mortal Instruments City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. And for the international one, I have Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare and From Devices. Haha, get it. Look! Will Herondale, Chase Herondale. Will Herondale, Chase Herondale. Whoa! I didn't even plan that. So there you go. National, international. Both Herondales. London, the USA. Woohoo! Okay. My books just fell. For the next one, it is a thin book versus a thick book. And for the thin book, we have The Other Side, A Teen's Guide to Ghost Hunting. And it is super thin. Super thin. But it is also signed by the lovely Dave Schrader. Do you see it? I love Dave Schrader. Daddy Dave. And then for the thick book, we have The Mortal Instruments City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. Thin, thick, thin, thick, thin, thick. There you go. Next is a fiction book versus a non-fiction book. Okay, so for the fiction book, I have The Mortal Instruments City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. It's fake. It is not real, but I wish it was real because I'd be a kick-ass shadow hunter. And then for the non-fiction book, I have Dark World, Into the Shadows with lead investigator of the Ghost Adventure crew, Zachary Fagan. Because it is true, it is about his ghost hunting career with Ghost Adventures, Stupid Sires. So, fiction, non-fiction. Fiction, non-fiction. It's taller too, look, you can see his top hat. Top hat. Alright, 2 more to go. I think I have something in my contact. Anyways, 2 more to go. Next one is a very way too romantic book versus an action book. So for my romantic book, I have Twilight by Stephenie Meyers. Because at least in this one, there's not too much fighting going on. It's more, oh, I think I like you. Oh, you're a vampire. Oh, you just saved my life. I think I love you now. Yeah. So that's my very love to romantic book. I'm gonna watch you sleep. And for my action book, I have Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. Yeah. 75th annual of the Hunger Games. Guess what happened? The victors have to go back in. Woo-hoo. The Mockingjay lives. Okay, so for the last one, it is a book that made you happy versus a book that made you sad. Now you might think why my happy book is my happy book. I'll let you know. For my happy book, I have New Moon by Stephenie Meyers. I've had a lot of Suzanne Collins books. Why is it my happy book? Because For I'm Team Jacob. And this is the book where Jacob gets his shot. And yeah, it's more Jacob time. Anyways, and then for my sad book, we have The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Sad book. Cried in the book. Cried in the movie. So it's my sad book. It made me sad. It made me sad. New Moon has a bookmark in it. Why? Because I'm done reading it, but it goes with the book. You see? You see? So that is my happy sad book. And that is all I have for opposite day. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you stick around for more videos. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Bye! Like my accent, by the way. I can throw my voice in a very English accent, kinda, and then if I want to, I can go southern. But I'm not going to do that now because, y'all, that would just take too much time. And, y'all, this is a real longer video than I was expecting it to be. And I will see you all on the flip side. Love ya. Bye.